Let's see the simple login form creation using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This code creates a basic, responsive HTML login form with a username and password input, a login button, and validation logic using JavaScript. Let's go through it step by step. The code starts with an HTML structure, doctype HTML, which defines the document as HTML5. The HTML lang equals end tag defines the language as English. Inside the head section, meta charset equals UTF-8 ensures that the document uses UTF-8 encoding. Meta name equals viewport content equals width equals device width. Initial scale equals 1.0 makes the page responsive, scaling properly on mobile devices. Title login form /title sets the browser tab title to login form. Let's see the CSS styling. Basic reset, the asterisk selector resets margin, padding, and sets box sizing to border box, applying these styles to all elements. This reset provides consistency across browsers. Centering the form, the body, HTML selector sets the height 100% and centers content using display, flex, justify content, center, and align items, center. The background color of the page is set to hashtag F2F2F2. Form container styling, .login form class defines the form's width, 300px, and padding, 30px. Styles the container with a white background, rounded corners, border radius, 10px, and a subtle shadow, box shadow. Centers the text within the form. Form header styling, the header H2 is styled to have a 20px bottom margin, a font size of 24px, and color number 333. Input field styling, the username and password fields, input, type equals text, input, type equals password, are set to 100% width, border, and rounded corners for styling. Button styling, the button, .login form button, is set to 100% width, with padding, a background color, white text, and rounded corners. The background color transitions on hover to a darker shade. Error message styling, the .error class styles the message with red text, smaller font size, and margin at the top. Let's see body tag and form elements. The body tag contains all the visible content on the page, specifically the login form in this case. Within body, there's a div element with the class login form that acts as the main container for the form. The form elements within this container include heading, H2 displays the title login above the form fields. Username input field, an input type equals text element with the ID of username, used to capture the user's username. Password input field, an input type equals password element with the ID of password, allowing users to enter their password securely. Characters appear masked. Login button, a button element with an on-click attribute set to call validate form, triggering the form validation function when clicked.
Error message paragraph tag. A paragraph element with the class of error and id of error message is provided to display any validation error messages to the user. The entire form structure inside body tag is centered using CSS flex properties, applied to body tag and HTML tag, making it responsive and visually aligned in the center of the page.
Let's see JavaScript form validation using the script tag. The script tag, located at the bottom of the body section, contains the JavaScript code necessary for client-side form validation. By placing the script tag at the end of the body, the HTML elements are loaded first, which is a common practice to improve page load performance. The purpose of script tag is, the script tag allows us to embed JavaScript directly within the HTML file. Here, it includes the function validate form, which is triggered when the login button is clicked. The validate form function, input value retrieval, within validate form, we use document.getElementById to retrieve values entered in the username and password input fields by targeting their respective IDs, username and password. Error message handling. The error message variable references the PID equals error message element, where error messages will appear. The function checks if either username or password is empty. If so, it sets the error message element's text to both fields are required. Successful validation is, if both fields contain values, it clears the error message and displays an alert saying login successful. A placeholder that could later be replaced with real authentication logic. By placing the script tag at the end of body, we ensure the HTML elements are fully loaded before the script executes, preventing potential errors when accessing DOM elements in JavaScript.